Why did you do the YouTuber apology sigh?
Hello? Okay, so let me get the ukulele.
I would just consider that a heavy sigh, Andrea.
That's a YouTuber apology sigh!
Just start
Yes,
recording.
Some
I
people
already did,
sigh
brother.
heavily,
This shit's
Andrea.
Oh my
record.
god, that is it. Okay. Okay, anyways. So this is going to be a lot of mental illiteracy. About who? About Crimzon Ruze. Let's go! So this is the guy that cursed me, okay? Anyways, how did this happen?
Okay.
How did I become the person that I am right now if a few months ago you would have not recognized me? So you see, here we have Exhibit A. I had seen clips of Ruze before because Andrea had sent them to me before. But I was like, oh, I bet this guy just fakes his voice to be like one of those, right? And I was so fucking done with guys trying to do guys and girls, honestly, VTubers, of trying to do like a hot voice or whatever, just for views, right? I was like, that's so fake and it's so annoying to me. But I watched this entire VOD and realized, no, the guy genuinely sounds like he fucking smoked 30 packs of cigarettes a day for his entire life. That's just how he sounds. And I also realized he's fucking hilarious. One such incident was...
I respect whatever the fuck you want to do. Even though you're obviously not clinically sane and you might be a little cuckoo inside there, you have a beautiful heart, and that's what matters.
Oh,
We all have a little bit of weird in our brains.
that's
we're all
true,
a little bit
that's
weird.
True, that's true.
Yeah,
I mean-
some of us more than others, but that's fair.
Not me, I'm neurotypical.
And that's when I found out he's a fucking Homestuck and that he did that entire Homestuck info open stream on 413. And I was like, that guy is not neurotypical, like, what the fuck is he on? And I went onto his channel and the rest is history. So,
Fascinating.
hyperfixation, baby!
Hyperfixation.
I went into his channel to verify that said fucking stream was in fact real and not just like an ironic haha hee hee. No. The guy fucking infodumped about Homestuck for hours. I did not watch the Homestuck video actually, but I did have to scroll up a little bit looking for the Homestuck stuff because I was like, dude, has he done other Homestuck stuff? He has. He played Pester Quest before that. And I started seeing a lot of VODs of games that I was like, wait, this guy's goated actually. Because one of his first streams was Potionomics, which is a potions deck builder game kind of thing. I love that game, okay? I've been obsessing over that game for years because I've been following development for years before it released last year. But yeah, a lot of videos like that, and I was like, yo, wait, maybe this guy is cooking. And I was watching some of his clips that people will clip of him. And the guy had the exact fucking internet humor that break me over the fucking table laughing. Like, the guy is on... You can tell the guy lives on TikTok. And I live on TikTok. And I know and I understand that brain rot.
That explains it.
Can I interject real quick about
Yes.
with a fact about Ruze that I think Dust told me a little bit ago that completely just broke my brain? Apparently this fucking guy, he didn't watch any Vines and he only knows the famous Vine references from TikTok.
Yeah. He never had a Vine face. He never watched or used Vine. All of his Vines that he will quote a Vine every 3 minutes on the dot, and I can bet you money on that.
I have never felt the pain of the guy who has seen the sun as described in the allegory of the cave as succinctly as I have in this very moment.
You're so correct to say that.
Oh my god, you have no idea. I have to physically stop myself from parroting back funny stuff that I hear. Because I believe me, I have some very big echolalia, if you know what I mean, what that is.
Yeah, echolalia, yeah.
Okay. I physically stop myself from doing that. I have to be constantly thinking to stop myself. This guy, he doesn't care. He will echo the lalias all fucking day, man. And that is hilarious.
Chatting to Ruze when he's like reading chat is so fucking dangerous because he will read your shit aloud.
Oh yeah, he doesn't care. He will read whatever the fuck goes on, and he will make fun of you. I already forgot what the next slide is, so...
Gonna be a surprise.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Let me tell you about Crimzon Ruze.
No, oh, Dusk. No.
Why? Why are
Continue.
Why are you saying that, Katie?
Katie, I knew that I would fucking cause you mental damage
Wait,
with
what is
that.
this? What the hell is
What
this? Is this a Homestuck thing?
It is a Homestuck
Yeah,
reference!
Andrea, back in the day, one of the many Homestuck memes was to go, let me tell you about Homestuck whenever someone, asked about it.
I thought this
Or
was just
didn't
a
know
normal
about it.
slide. What do you mean I got jump scared by Homestuck? Is this what
Yes.
straight people feel like when it's Pride Month and they start seeing fruit on display in the market and they clutch their pearls? Is that what it feels like?
Yeah.
Maybe. I couldn't tell you. See, I expected some level of psychic damage. I just didn't expect it this quickly or this succinctly.
Dude, I think Dusk has he's got a brain. He's got a CIA brain worm in your mind to inflict upon you the greatest psychic damage possible.
I need you to know, Katie, I put this specifically to see if you would react. And I'm glad to say that you did. Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you. I'm sorry. I love you.
Listen, it's okay. I love you too. There are just sometimes specific things, even for JoJo too. You could probably hit the strike chords and do that. That will just activate the neurons deeply embedded in my brain.
Turns you into
Great.
a fucking Winter Soldier and you start going sicko mode on a local government building.
So, we are gonna start with some screenshots from his LoL video. So, this is Ruze, okay?
Uh-huh.
This is before present day. Before present day, he was in a band of thieves, rascals, ne'er-do-wellers, just, living the life, stealing, fucking causing trouble and whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he loved it. He was a criminal going around South Elysium, okay? Now,
Okay.
you see this guy?
Yes, that's Dante, Devil May Cry.
What?
Shut the fuck up! This is a secret basket tool that will help us later. But for now,
Okay.
I just want you to remember him and the fact that he's wearing that coat, okay?
Okay.
So, what happens is that, okay, a little bit of background reference. South Elysium
Oh, that's that
is...
coat that Ruze wears, isn't it?
Why do you say Ruze like it's a fucking wine? Ah, yes, I would
Voice-
like a fucking glass of Ruze, sentences dreamed up by the utterly deranged.
Okay, is it Ruze or
It's
Ruse?
Ruse as
Ruse.
in, a scheme.
Ruze, yeah.
Okay, Ruse. Okay.
Just remember him, and remember that he was wearing that coat, okay? And a little
Yes.
background information. So South Elysium and many of the Holostars fucking places, fantasy places, they have a thing called the Corruption, which have corruption beasts that people succumb to, I guess. And they are a genuine problem and stuff. What? What was
Yeah,
it?
can I interject for a moment? So,
Yeah.
Elysium is basically all of the Holostars EN. In lore, they live within a digital world called Elysium, and corruption beasts and corruption by itself is a symptom of a greater problem called data corruption, which is literally just shit going wrong in the Elysium code. So,
Oh, I
all the
hate
stuff
when
that
that
happens
happens.
because of that, you can just assume it's just because of data corruption. So when your 5-hour-long Vegas Pro VOD gets fucking deleted off the face of the earth because of corruption and you can't recover it, yep. Just remember, when that's happening, Gerard T. Rexford is getting fucking turned into black goo.
Shut the fuck up. But yeah. But they do it. The corruption and the corruption beasts do represent as beasts that have to be slain. Otherwise, they will terrorize the people of of Elysium. Okay, remember that.
Mm-hmm.
So, this guy, same guy. Okay, you recognize his mask? Well,
Oh, yeah.
he gets felled by a corruption beast and turned into one. And Ruze
Exciting.
has to kill him.
Okay. Alright.
And so he wears his coat, as in his, and his mask that he broke because of laying the final blow on him.
Okay.
It is
Right
at
through
this
the eye.
yeah, it is at
Fascinating.
this point that he starts cruising the lands of South Elysium as more of a solo act, slaying beasts and whatnot. And because of his prowess, he's come to be known as Crimzon the Red. No, as Ruze the Red. Or Crimzon Ruze. That's why Crimson is not his name, it's a title.
Oh, I thought it was his name. Okay.
Yeah, that's intentional, don't worry. His only name will always be Ruze. You have to remember that. Only Ruze.
Duly
Anything
noted.
else? Oh, there's lore, baby.
Here we
So
go.
here we have the pretty boy, okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is his design in general. This is done by his mama. Key points to his design are the tickle windows. He calls those the tickle windows canonically. That's his name for those things, by the way.
Why?
I wouldn't know, we wouldn't know. He changed immediately to say, oh no, tickle window? Nah, I didn't say that. But we remember and we know. Tickle
Gaslight.
windows, okay? Fucking gaslight. He's the king of gaslighting for funsies.
No, that was
He will go,
Shackles.
is it gaslighting if he's just like outright telling you shit and you just believe him because you want to? Like, he's not even trying, dude.
And gaslighting isn't real, and also you're crazy.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyways, this is his axe. His axe's name is Zephyr. Okay?
Okay.
We know that this axe was gifted to him. We don't know anything else about that, but we know it was a gift.
Okay.
And that it has some sort of magical properties to some degree.
Well, okay. I mean, that checks out. It kind of looks like a Sophia weapon from 14, just with a bit more color to it, so I could see it.
Yeah. And also, fun fact, the gems are the same exact color as his eye. His
Yeah,
eyes.
that's good color design.
Yeah. This motherfucker really knows how to fucking... Ooh, I hate him. You will see why
What did
later.
he do? Katie just had an observation, and you went, "Ooh, I hate this guy." Arr.
Oh. Listen, give me a fucking break!
No.
Anyways, he canonically has 42 belts in his design. That is more than Lulu Final Fantasy. But anyways, as you can see, the most prominent colors are, of course, red, but also a lot of blue, a specific shade of blue.
Specific shade. Okay, here we go.
Shut the fuck. But
Anyways,
yeah.
the shade of blue.
Yeah, very shade of blue. And the, of course, the black and gold, which I still stand by, red, black, and gold being the peakest fucking palette of anything on anything.
You'd be right.
Also...
Honestly, I'm inclined to agree. I am super biased towards red and black.
Yeah, good.
Gold is quite nice, too.
Good. And the shade of purple, which, let's just say I'm gonna be very mentally ill about it later.
Okay.
Okay.
Another very good quality, cookie dough hair. Thank you very much. That's it. I just think it's very cute.
Else, can I say
Okay.
something?
Yeah.
I didn't realize his waist was so small until today.
Oh, buddy, do I know it's small. Oh my god. Listen. Listen to me. Pipoko Sensei has nothing but my utmost appreciation. That's Ruze's mama, Pipoko. Okay, delicious art style. Their vision, Pipoko Sensei, my respects. The waist, amazing. Mwah. However, Sensei, oh bye. Please, a little bit more. A little bit more. Come on. Come on.
Hey, hold out for 3D. You never know.
Oh, I'm holding out. You have no idea. Anyways, I need you to know. Oh, the Ruzaders, which is the fan base for this guy. That's the fan name, Ruzader. Everyone knows and agrees that the window should be bigger and the boobs should be bigger. We have an unspoken agreement on that, and every single piece of fan art abides to that. And what a beautiful community.
I wondered if that was the case because I feel like I see a lot of fan arts that you retweet where he has... How do I put this delicately?
Just say he
Who
has
is this booba?
fat booba.
Yeah, where he has some pretty hefty pecs, which isn't bad, mind you. I don't mind it, but I wondered if that was the case.
Yeah, it is the case. It is very much the case. And also, he canonically paints his nails and his toenails. We know that because of the summer art, where he has said that canonically they photoshopped the shorts onto him because he would never wear shorts. However, And also he wouldn't have his grippers out, but he does paint his toenails. Also, as you can see, he has pointy ears. He has superhuman hearing and night vision. However, he's just a very normal human. Don't worry about it.
Yes,
So,
please do.
Oh, here we fucking go.
I have talked to you about Crimzon Ruze. However, that is not the only ruse that exists. In here, you can see the different colors. And a fun fact is that the colors from Azure to Crimson, not with those names, but they are those colors because of the colors of the super chats that people can send. Like, from the cheapest to the most expensive. And the guy just had the fucking biggest bright idea to link multiple personalities into one body and giving them lore and tying that to super chats because people will fucking throw money at him to get one of these other motherfuckers to come out.
That is actually pretty smart, I gotta say.
A fucking huge fucking brain. Like, dude, I'm saving up for this Friday to get Queen Acridon out. I'm not even joking. Anyway, speaking of Queen Acridon, that's one of the names. We go from
My
name.
child, Holostar ZN ain't cheap.
I fucking opened LinkedIn today and yesterday and the day before that. I am trying. So the names for the different colors that he's chosen. I need you to know this. The motherfucker is verbose as fuck. He would fucking eat a thesaurus for dinner. He has such vocabulary that would make fucking Shakespeare blush. Okay? And he shows this by choosing some of the most fucking outrageous names for the colors. We have Azure first, and then we have Turquoise, and then we have Verdant, and then we have Citrine, we have Vermilion, Queen Acridon, and then Crimson. And I may have forgotten to do the last one.
Holy shit.
That was weird. So,
Why did he
we start now with the first color. Sorry, I lost you for a second there.
Hang on, wait. The entire intro and then it leads into fucking Azure Ruse.
E-boy, fuckboy?
I will explain in a second.
A question, did you make that pick mix yourself?
No, this is from a screenshot from one of his fucking streams. He made this himself.
Question, did he make all of these himself?
Yes, he did.
Something's deeply wrong with him.
The only things that I did was this title, this thingy, and this thingy. Well, this one I took a screenshot of.
Okay, Andrea, but here's the thing, if he's a Homestuck fan, that's not surprising, but I do appreciate his dedication to making these edits. That's really good, actually. That's very impressive.
With him from the get-go already, but like, keep going, Duff.
Apparently.
So, the first time that we got one of the other versions, or other personalities, was with Azure. Azure comes out, and he is a fuckboy, he's an e-boy, he plays Valorant, he calls people kitten, and he refers to himself as daddy.
Okay.
It's absolute fucking...
He would be an Ara Zayla male living in Balmung in Final Fantasy XIV in terms you can understand.
It would be. It would be. It would be.
Yeah, I understood the other ones too.
He is the only other ruse that we have had dedicated streams to so far. All of the other ones have only appeared either sporadically or in one of the two only quote-unquote lore videos that we have. Which I need you to know, the lore videos quote-unquote that we have are one of him doing an NPC stream. So he decided to do that and tie it to Super Chats. He did a vertical NPC stream where he just stood there changing the colors and titles, because as you can see you have a title here, right? I will get to that in a second. Where people could not talk, they could not do anything without sending a Super Chat. And whenever you sent a Super Chat, depending on the color, a different ruse would react to it. When I tell you the guy printed money that stream, it's ridiculous.
That's
He
not
did that-
surprising.
He did it as a joke. People got legitimately attached. I'm gonna get you the fucking clip of Asher playing Valorant, where half of the entire VOD is Crimzon trying not to fucking die from cringing at what he's saying. Like, kudos to this guy for method acting. I could not keep it up for that many hours.
He's a crack.
I don't know how he could do that. That would make me want to like perish. I think.
I think it did
Oh,
make him want to perish.
It kills him every time. Also, one of the only things that Asher does have canonically is that he gets this little fuckboy pendant, which is the inverted cross.
Oh yeah, the
I actually like that earring.
earring.
Yeah, that's how we know that it's Asher.
And not the blue
Okay.
coat?
He didn't always have the blue code. In the Valorant stream, I don't think he had the blue code, did he?
I don't know. I avoided that like the plague.
Oh, you didn't. I know you didn't. Anyways,
What the fuck do you mean by that?
I'm not the one to air out your dirty laundry.
Can we move on?
Yeah, I bet you want to. Anyways,
Will you shut the hell up? You're the
It's
one
okay.
that dedicated 31 slides to a VTuber.
It's okay if you watch the Valorant stream, Andrea.
literally
I'm
did,
not
I
going to
wasn't
judge
there.
you for that.
Your Honor, shut the fuck up. I wasn't even there.
so Asher Ruze, each of the Ruzes has a little bit of lore, but we don't really have a lot. Ironically, we do have a lot of Azure Ruse lore, but it's really, really hard to tell between what's actual lore and what's just shitpost.
Okay.
What we do know is that canonically, because his title is the False Noble, he has taken over a country. We don't know which country, we don't know how, we don't know when, but he has taken over a country and he did so with a katana.
What's the Philippines?
Shut the fuck up. He's very much an e-boy, a fuckboy. He like, get that, yeah. I hate him. And he does a lot of things that makes me want to kill myself on stream in front of him to change his life trajectory. However, at some point, it was implied that maybe he had a wife and a kid at some point. We don't know if that was exaggeration, hyperbole, or just a joke. But, yeah. He seems to be aware that he exists in the same body as Crimzon does. He does not seem to be aware of the changes that happen, nor does he seem to be aware of the other ruses. That's a very interesting thing, because so far he's the only one that seems to be unaware. Okay?
Okay.
Then we move on to Turquoise. Turquoise is known as the naive hero. And, Ruse does a different voice for each of the versions, okay? Turquoise has a very lively, almost innocent, young voice. He is very much a hero just fresh out on an adventure. He has a lot of dialogue talking about going on adventuring and taking on quests. And he seems to be somewhat aware that he does live in a digital world, as he does almost treat it like an MMO RPG or a D&D campaign, okay?
Okay.
He loves dogs. He says they're wonderful. He loves adventuring and going on quests and having a hero's journey and whatnot. He very clearly has not had a negative thing happen to him, unlike Crimzon, who had the whole, thing with his old crew. He very much has a positive outlook on life, and an inspiring one at that. It is
I see.
implied that he also uses an axe, but I don't like it. I always think of him using a sword. I put fucking sources for all the final, by the way.
Very nice.
I adore his design. He is aware of the others and that the changes happen, and also is very aware that they share a body. Like, he will talk about how he's not been eating well, and that he asks the other Ruses to take care of the body for him, because he just wants Taco Bell, to be honest. They seem to share a phone that has different phones inside of it to communicate, because they can get mail or calls or missed calls or messages to it. And a running joke is that he really hates Asher because he never checks his mail and he always gets Asher's mail by mistake. This is a joke. This is a joke because the way that Super Chat works, the first level that you can type anything in is at the turquoise level. The Astral level, you can only send stickers and emojis. So of course, when people were doing when there was going the other lore stream, which he said, Euro Truck Driving 2 stream, by the way. We got lore in a fucking Euro Truck Driving stream.
Okay, but like that kind of makes sense because it's good to like talk about stuff and have something to actually keep your mind engaged while you're driving around like the fields of Estonia, I guess.
No, Katie. It was the guys physically switching, fronting in the body, and crashing the fucking truck every single time.
Okay.
It wasn't
Okay,
fucking
that's
chill at all.
It was in character. It was in character. All of it was in character. There was no like, oh, here's my lore, guys. Nah. If you wanted lore, you had to send a super chat and get one of these motherfuckers out and somehow get them to talk.
Okay, but that's really good because that's a good way to keep it engaging. That's pretty good.
Or was it engaging?
I need you to know, Katie, ever since, like, because I think, what was it? It was Dust that, like, started sending me, like, the Rainbow Ruse, like, the fan art, like, designs and whatnot, and at the time, I had no idea about any of it, so I was like, where are these guys coming from? And I have not known Peace since. He begged me to watch that fucking Euro Truck Simulator 2 stream for weeks to learn the lore, so he could brain rot to me about it. Which, to be fair, it's good. It's good brain rot, and it's good lore.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Now watch the NPC
he didn't leave
stream.
me alone about it.
And I'm not gonna leave you alone on the NPC stream. Watch the NPC stream so I can give you more lore. Yay!
Okay, put the gun down and please let me see my family again. Jeez.
Yay! Love you, honey. Now we have Verdant Bruce, who is known as the Distant Vagabond. He big depressed, big tired, big trauma, bigger tits, baby. So we don't really know much about Verdant, other than the fact that he is always moving. He cannot stay in one place. He has no home. There are no roads that will take him to a home that no longer exists. And we don't know what happened to him. All we know that he has a very bleak outlook on life. He does not think that he deserves even the barest minimum of good things. And
So this is the version that Andrew would like then, right?
Will you shut the fuck up? I'm starting to get strays just out of nowhere.
Am I wrong?
I think that answered your question.
Okay, continue, sorry.
I have to die now.
All we know that canonically is that something happened between him and Queen Akridon, that we'll talk about Queen Akridon later. And Verdant wants vengeance from Queen Akridon. He doesn't want justice, he wants vengeance. We don't know what happened. We have no idea. We have zero fucking clue.
Okay.
He is aware of the other bruises, but he doesn't seem to care to front the body. Whenever he fronts the body, it's just a very much thing of, oh, I have to keep going, I have to keep moving, I cannot stay here. And he seems to be aware of all of them, and he's actually pretty sweet to Turquoise. He takes his request for Taco Bell, and he obliges. He bought Funyuns for the Ruzaders, which is very cute. But he has just really tired. He's really, really tired, and he's really, really depressed. But he has a lot of anger towards Queen Akridon. That's all we know. Moving on. Actually, we have Crimzon Ruze, the haughty mate. He is literally the actually emoji. Like, this is not a joke. This is genuinely his entire character. Please look at this design. I adore this design. This, to me, is my choice of design for Citrin. Because I just love the idea of his bangs being swept up, because he reads so much. Also, canonically, he wears glasses. They are not prescription. They are just for fashion.
Powered.
I just think it's hilarious for the nerd to go, yes, I need glasses to make me look smarter. This is another design, really good design. This goes
Of course he has a fucking lisp. Of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
you can see. C-Train is probably the most blatant reference that he could have put in, okay? He's a nerd, he has a lisp, he thinks he's smarter than everybody, and he probably is, to be honest. He is aware of all the ruses and can technically front whenever he wants, but he just doesn't because it's a bother. Because he just fronts to clean up everybody else's mess, you know? He has some knowledge of what happens between changes, but it really throws him in for the loop. Like when a change just happens, he's not completely aware of how to handle the situation because he has to like acclimate. But he seems to be aware of things happening from the ruses below him, as in from Asher, from Turquoise, and from Verdant, and to some degree from Crimson. But he's not like omniscient or anything. His best quality are his yippies. He yippies very loud, very often, and very long. He held a yippee on for 40 seconds straight on the stream.
You were counting?
It was an exaggeration, thank you.
I was kind of doubting that it was an exaggeration.
I thought you were being serious.
Yeah, I thought you were being real.
Why are you praying?
Also, he is allergic to dogs. He is, on all the words of it, a mage. He also holds a lot of knowledge about Obsidian, which you will meet in a second. But he is very aware of him, and he's deadly afraid of him. And for good reason. He will curse out all the other ruses on the regular. He will call them idiots, especially Crimson, because he believes that Crimson is doing a poor job at taking care of their body. And he will curse out everyone else, including the chat, going that you're all fucking idiots, because he is much better than them, okay? And he will make everyone know that. No one understands his genius. No one understands my genius. He's my third favorite Ruse, by the way. I fucking adore this nerd. I adore him. He is everything to me, okay, Your Honor?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just going to say, he sounds a little bit like a mix between, like, Solix and Airden, which is extremely funny to me,
It is
personally.
extremely funny. He is the fucking son of Arizal. That is hilarious to me.
Why do you know
work,
that
Magic
ship
Man.
name?
Because I was a shipper, that's why. Why do you fuck you think? I was an Arizal shipper, and I was a Rosemary shipper. Sue me.
No, but, like, you weren't even into Homestuck Dust.
I wasn't. But, listen, I did not know enough English to read Homestuck. But you know what didn't need that level of English? Looking at the Tumblr tags.
Fair enough.
Sail the horse, ride a cowboy! Thank you. So, the Million Ruse is a ruse that we know the least about. Mostly because the motherfucker is expensive as shit, okay? He is the third most expensive super chat. And also he's a Maya Warden. Which, if you know, a Maya is like a swamp. And we do know that canonically it is a swamp that he is referring to. Because he has mentioned it. The motherfucker has spoken 10 times or less, okay? He has a southern accent. Anyways,
What did you say?
nothing.
He said Tascaro.
But shut the fuck up!
It says on the
Tascaro?
slide.
I'm gonna stop him right there. Anyways,
And, so the voice drama involves Sensei leaning in, like, really
please
close
shut
and, like,
the
whispering
fuck up.
into your ear.
Please shut the fuck
So you
up.
think it's hot? Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
she thinks
yes,
it's
I do!
Where did
Continue now.
Tusker come from?
So the real meaning of Tascaro is saying like, I'm blessed, or like, they saved me. So like, it is used in VTuber spaces when fucking chat thinks that whatever the streamer did is like hot, they would like
Or cute.
reply with, oh cute. Yeah, oh cute, yeah, but
No, just means
Yeah,
in a
just
dick
say
way.
yeah.
In
They
a
will
big
reply with-
way.
In a penis way.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He's
They will
fucking
reply
the
with
boner.
TSKR because for some reason you just remove the vowels in a lot of things, and that's what it means. Is Tascaro. And it's sometimes said as a sticker, as a joke. But yeah, Motherfucker knows how to use it as a weaponized thing. That
My
is all I'm gonna say.
condolences.
That is all I'm gonna say. I am not going to be attacked on this. I am sorry for the way that I am.
My
And I would-
condolences,
I would
Dust.
like to personally apologize to my boyfriend that is watching this. Saying this. I'm sleeping on the doghouse tonight.
It's not
You're
that- no,
sleeping in
I
the horse
thought-
stables tonight, boy.
Oh my. Anyways, because we have almost no information about Vermilion, like at all, because he has spoken like 10 times at most. But he is pretty laid back. We have no clue if he knows about the changes or the ruses or anything. We don't know anything about him, lore-wise. But he seems pretty laid back, pretty chill. He does not seem to have any vendetta or any like greater than him thing. The fact that he's a warden, which implies that he has a protecting role, is really interesting to me. And more so because he seems to be tied to a specific place, which in South Elysium, in the Badlands are a desert. So there being a swamp is not something that you would find in the Badlands. So that makes me think that maybe there's some other place, like geographically, that would be relevant to Ruse's lore later on, that is not related specifically to South Elysium and the Badlands. Yeah, that is Vermilion. So, Ruse is having a rainbow karaoke this Friday. As in, because we kept pestering about, hey, can we have more rainbow streams? And he was like, you guys actually like those? And we were like, yes, we fucking love them. Let us give you our money for them. And he was like, okay, I'll cook something up. And then he was like, okay, rainbow karaoke. Leave the songs you want for each of the ruses in the tag, because he has a tag for music sharing for the karaokes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if do you know the song "Looking Good" by Dixon Dallas?
No.
If it didn't get me banned, I would have said that fucking. It's a genuine bob. Believe me when I say you, it's a genuine bob. Okay, and the rest, the part.
Okay.
Sorry, that was my ringtone.
So that's the song, and if I was a different man, I would have sent that. I would have fucking hit send tweet, but I'm not. I'm a coward. So
See, all of Dusk's things that would get him banned are like overly horny posts. Mine are just 9/11 jokes.
we are approaching
Interesting.
territory. I'm so embarrassed to say
Oh,
this.
so he's going more of the Mina angle than the fairy. Okay.
So this is Queen Acridon. He is a freak. Literally, he's my favorite ruse after Crimson. Oh, yeah. He's insane, he's terrifying, and he makes me doki doki. Okay, moving on.
No, what makes him a freak?
Brother,
Okay,
you're
here
about
we
to
go.
find out. He is a freak. He is insane. He is terrifying. Woo! My heart. He can take over the body at any time he feels like it, but only when he feels like it. He will not come out when called. He has to feel like it for funsies. Hee.
Okay.
But when he does take over the body, whichever ruse is fronting feels like someone is creeping over them, like a hunter hunting for prey. And for the switch to happen, it feels like they're dying by having their neck snapped. Okay? He is aware of everything. He knows everything. He knows everything about the other ruses. He knows everything that happens, and he knows more than he will let know. And it's up to you how much you're willing to believe him, because he is the deceptive oracle. He also is aware of the public. He knows that you are watching him, and he knows that you're watching behind your little crystal screen. And he knows you think you are safe. We're gonna do some reading here, okay? Thank you, I don't care. The motherfucker speaks like 5 times, and I'm eating up every single one of them, okay? The reason he speaks so little is because he is the second most expensive after Crimson. Well, after Red Supas, which is the Magenta Supa. Which is why it's called Queen Acridon, because that's another fancy name for pink.
$50, by the way. This guy's like expensive.
Yeah, he's $50. To send the soup for him is 50 fucking USD dollars.
Wow.
It's cheaper in Mexicans, thankfully, for my wallet.
Good.
And his voice is freakish. This is from the Euro Truck stream. And as I told you before, in the stream, the way that each of the Ruzes change it is that they would each get a message, quote unquote, on their phone. The message would be the super chats, but like that's how it's flavored in the stream. So he would get a message, and this was after like being called like 3 different times and he not pick it up. And the way that he appeared was by breaking, like snapping Turquoise's neck. That's how we know how it feels like when he approaches, okay?
Okay. Hold on. Wait, this message isn't for me. Why do I keep getting messages that aren't for me? Who? Kinacrodon! Kinacrodon, are you in there? He never comes when we call him. He doesn't even come when we pass out. What's with this guy? It's like the sensation of someone sneaking up on you, and then suddenly it's like my neck gets snapped, and then... A message. Tell us what you know of Ruze. You want to know about me? No. Interesting. No, I don't think I will. Now, I see we find ourselves in a... Now I see you. A simulation. I suppose that's where I take my exit.
Okay, that's nice. I do like that.
He knows so much, and he knows that he knows, and he knows that we cannot make him talk. And he absolutely loves that. And I hate him. I want to strangle him. But also, holy shit, please! Ruze, give us Quinacridon more, Lord, and my soul is yours, please!
Yeah.
Anyways. Sorry.
So is this...
What?
So is the Quinacridon the one that you're saving up for a super chat for, or is it Obsidian?
No, it is Quinacridon.
I don't think Obsidian can be super chatted for
He can. He is the red super, because the way that people get Crimson out in chat is by doing memberships.
Oh.
And when you do a Crimson super, in the NPC stream, that's how you would initiate the boss fight against Obsidian, which is where this screenshot is from.
Okay.
He has an entire fucking setup for his model for Obsidian, by the way, that he made for this.
That's cool.
He didn't make a fucking god. When he speaks as Obsidian, he drops like 3 octaves and gets even raspier. He is Obsidian Ruze. He is an infernal Eidolon. And he very much is like a demon lord that is bound inside of the body of Ruze. Once he takes over the body, the other Ruzes cannot take the body back if he doesn't want to. In the NPC stream, he was the final boss battle, and he had to be defeated in order to go back, and he is defeated by rainbows. That is his canonical weakness, the power of rainbows. He has a real name that, if you knew it, would give you some sort of power over him. And some of the Ruzes know it. We know that Turquoise knows it, and we know that Citrine knows it and is terrified of him. Citrine is probably the one that is the most aware and terrified of Obsidian and Obsidian's power. He constantly recommends not even talking about him, as if saying his title of Obsidian would like invoke him of some sort or unbound him. Turquoise is more like he's scared of him, but more like how a hero would be scared of the great evil of myth. Not like he truly fears it as something that can actually harm him, you know? And Quinacridon knows about him. And some even speculate that might be in cahoots with him because he doesn't give a fuck. He will play around like a fucking cat chasing a mouse with chat talking about him. He doesn't care. He just wants the fun of it. And we know that Ruze, Crimzon Ruze, knows about him because he taught him how to use a cell phone. More on that later. He has some memories of Ruze, or of an entity called Ruze. we don't know which ruse. But on the NPC screen, he was often, quote-unquote, attacked with supas that would mention some of the other ruses, and he would like, ruse. I remember that name. I remember him. And we have a little bit more lore on that later. When he is not in full Demon Lord final boss business, he's a bit of a boomer grandpa. He knows how to use a cell phone, but he also plays Candy Smash.
Fair, honestly, can't blame him. I noticed that a lot of fan artists seem to enjoy making him have very big pecs.
Booba.
Yeah, that's true, but I feel like all the 4 arts I've seen of him here have them. So, 4 for 4.
Movie.
Yeah. Whoopee.
Titty.
Titi.
Okay, continue.
Fototeta. Fototeta. He is aware of us. He knows that we are watching him and that we think we're safe. But he also knows that one day he won't be bound. He won't be held back by the flesh, and he will take what is rightfully his. And we have more reading.
I am eternal, child. I have always been and always will be. If anything, all of the ruses, all of those colors, every rainbow, every person, every withering, decaying, entropy-filled soul is simply a shattered fragment of my entirety. You were all just the pieces I accidentally left behind, and I intend to collect. What's Obsidian's true name? Clever. You think I would just let you know that? Can I ask you a question, though? Perhaps we can make a deal, a trade if you would. Who asked you about my true name? And how much do they know? Now then, who told you about my name? Azure told you. Interesting. Interesting. Ah, I see now. It's me. It's the fake me, the digital representation that I have imprinted upon and subsumed the body of. The body that will cease to exist the moment I release control of this creature. He's tired. What an interesting notion. What is being tired in a video game but mimicking the idea of having autonomy, of having self? But the truth is that he does not exist, and he deserves no rest. Continue driving, little digital man. Or where we are going, there's no need for sleep. Neroro says, "My lord, the cake shop called and is asking for the true name so they can put it on the cake. We await your next order." Oh, I see. Well then, Neroro. I suppose there's no harm in telling you this. I would ask you to put on that cake Koribdin Silatrukant. Now, when they hear these words over the phone, what's going to happen is their ears are going to begin to bleed. Their brain will fracture at its core, and then they too will pass away. And that's okay. So be it. Tell them to never ask such a question ever again, under any circumstances. Let their next of kin know. Never to seek me.
Are you done, Andrea?
How did Ruse just like come up with all of this on the spot? He's kind of insane.
He is genuinely insane, and I will go over that in a little bit. So in this one, we get a little bit of lore. So someone sends a rainbow, and that means that he has to go back, even though he was Yes.
Wow, you must really like me. Hanabi, I see that you're dropping. No. No! No! You can't. I won't go back. I am eternal. You cannot remove me so easily. I see now. You seek to ruin my fun, and all I wanted to do was play a little game. All I wanted to do was drive around a little digital truck. All I wanted to see was the world. But if you so desire it, then so be it. I'll tell you my little secret. The truth is, you will never know my true name, but you can know of my first great artwork. You see, once there was a man, some say a hero, some say a scholar. Some would call him a monster, a murderer, conqueror. Others, savior, saint. But I knew him as Dioxazine, and that is how I came to be. And now I will forever and ever hold him on the great canvas of my great work. And he will never see the light again.
This doomed yaoi goes hard.
Buddy.
Yeah?
But, so, Dioxazine, okay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We don't fucking know, dude. We have 0, nada, goose eggs, nothing.
That was a really good animation.
Thank you. We have absolutely nothing of him. This is the only mention of Dioxazine in the entire lore. We don't know anything about him. However, I would like you to know, Dioxazine is in fact a purple. And
Okay.
you remember the color of Ruze's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
That is a very diluted Dioxazine.
Okay, so that's what you're thinking. I see.
Whoa.
Yes.
But like also
However-
I subscribe to the theory that they are like sundered in some way.
Yes, I do. I also do. I genuinely believe that all of the sorry.
Here we go. No,
I
keep
genuinely believe that all of the are all fragments of Dioxazine. And I do believe that Obsidian and Dioxazine are intrinsically connected. Yes, old fucking toxic all my yaoi, whatever, let it go. Yes, I believe that. But it just makes me think of how there's such like a presence of where is it? Where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it? Yeah. See this? You see this?
Mm-hmm.
I do believe that the two are intrinsically connected in how all of the cruises came to be. But we're not done here.
Okay.
You know how I said there was an NPC stream and how Obsidian was the final boss?
Mm-hmm.
We actually got DLC, or the teaser of a DLC. And that would be Radiant. The only thing we have ever gotten of Radiant Ruze is this form of text.
Chosen peasant, the one who has walked the rainbow path and gazed upon every aspect of myself, you who have used every color, gaze now upon my truest form. That's right. You will witness Radiant Ruze.
So yeah, I just think they're neat, honestly. Yeah, I already lost it, sorry.
It's okay if you lost it. I don't mind.
How much does your mental Illinois, Dusk?
You dreamt fan.
I'm not letting you read this, fuck this. Now I regret changing the fucking thing. Okay, now for the actually cringiest part of the presentation. Beyond the character, why I love watching Crimzon Ruze. This is gonna be a very open and vulnerable talk with me, so I'm being so serious right now. I will not take a joke right now, okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
He is incredibly emotionally mature. He has shown this multiple times. While he's streaming, while he's doing tweets, while he's collabing, anything that he's doing, he will always show that beyond the hee-hees, ha-has, he is a very emotionally mature and emotionally responsible person, and that is commendable to me. That is really, really huge. Also, his entire character goes around him being a bastard, him being a mean bitch, him just being an absolute fucking... Yeah, kind of a tsundere, but like...
Jackass?
Yeah, he's just a jackass. Like, legitimately one of his fucking membership tiers is called Jackaxe, as in jackass, but with an axe.
Okay, that's good.
And then there's another
is
one
really
that's called
good.
Axel. You guys know that?
Yeah.
That's
Axel
pretty
is an
good.
asshole. Because that is generally his character. And while he does that, and he does that really, really well, he does have genuine soft spots that he does not play up. Like, he knows he has Gab Moe, and that's part of the appeal that he's selling, and he knows that he does use that. But whenever he is genuine and soft, he does not, like, prey on it. He does not use it as a tool. He's being sincere. He always goes and looks up for fan art and gasses up the artist. He's always very, very grateful. He is genuinely so sweet and dedicated and grateful to his fan base. He has gone on multiple times explaining how he does not want a parasocial relationship with the fans, but he still really, really appreciates everyone that watches him. That to a lot of people it's just a number, but to him, he refuses to view it as just a number, because even one number is still a person that decided to take time off of their own time to watch him, and he's very grateful for that, and he wants to respect that, and he does not want to play with that respect and that trust that his audience puts in him. He has great work ethics. He works a lot. He really wants to put all of his effort into doing something that he can be proud of and that he can feel is something that we as a fan base want from him, and that we are enjoying the content that he puts out, because he really, 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 really appreciates that people are taking their time to spend it on him, so to say. Because he does a lot of self-indulgent content, right? Like, he came up fucking swinging in his presentation in his debut, going, best anime, Homestuck, and here let me tell you about it. Like, he came out swinging. And he's done a lot of content like that he really wants to do. And it might be considered cringe to some, but he works so hard into making sure that people don't feel like cringe is holding them down by putting himself in front of an audience and being as cringy as he wants to be, so that others don't feel bad about cringing themselves. And I really, really appreciate that, because for a long time it's always been the standard to make fun of cringe, you know, like, it's still cringe for a reason, right? But he goes above and beyond to make a space that is safe to be cringe at, even though he will go like, yeah, show me your Homestuck OC so I can laugh at it too. But he has been nothing but grateful and kind towards people that have genuinely opened up because of him, and I just really appreciate that, because it is genuinely terrifying, especially because he has talked before about how he experienced a lot of hardships because of the way that he was, because he was the nerdy guy, he was the fandom guy, he didn't have a lot of friends in his youth, he only recently as an adult started like indulging in the things that he wants without the shame and stuff like that. Also, his internet humor, my exact peak of internet humor, okay? One-on-one, the same fucking brain cell, and it's sparking and it's howling like a monkey, okay? I adore his humor. Not a single day has gone by when I don't laugh at his jokes. And I don't know, it just makes me feel happy to have the same brain-rotted humor, you know? Another thing is that I genuinely really, really adore hearing people talk about things that bring them joy. Like, that's why I always tell you guys that I genuinely enjoy when you guys de-app, because it makes me feel happy, because I do experience happiness from people being happy, if that makes sense. He's incredibly creative. The fact that he can come up with stuff like shows the entire fucking presentation again on the spot, it's amazing. And I think that is very, 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 very commendable. It's something that I really look up to. And then he also goes above and beyond to talk about taboo subjects in the VTuber community. Be it from him talking about his own journey and how it was for him to be a streamer even before joining a corporation. And he's talked about mental health, he's talked about bullying, he's talked about subjects that would be seen as taboo, both because they border on what a corporate VTuber is allowed to say, and also because it's stuff that might turn away audience, especially a parasocial audience, because let's be real, that's where a lot of money is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he still decides to abide to his ethics and his morals above that. And that just speaks to me a lot about the type of person that he is. And he has talked about a lot of personal experiences that I really, really relate to on a personal level. And it just makes me happy to think that someone who had similar experiences to me in many levels, like, can actually do something with their lives, so to say. I don't know, it just makes me really happy and brings me a lot of joy. Sorry.
Alright. You good?
So... No.
You okay?
No, I'm crying. Sorry.
Do you need a moment?
Yeah, please.
Alright.
That's okay.
Touches on a lot of like vulnerable parts, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I know I sound like I'm joking all the time, but like I can tell this is like a really important thing to you, and like I feel, I mean, okay, like I joke about like, oh, I'm responsible because I got this guy into All-Stars in the first place, but I'm really glad that I was able to help you find this guy. You muted?
He may have stepped away for a moment.
I know I was muted, but I did hear that.
Oh.
And I'm really thankful for that you got me into All-Stars for this.
Aw, I could hug you right now.
If I'm honest, I was in a really bad spot 2 months ago. And I feel like finding his content really helped me to find reasons to smile. And I'm very grateful for that.
Really happy to hear that.
So yeah, as cringy and stupid as it sounds, finding Crimzon Ruze's content and the community really helped me when I needed it. And
I don't think that's bad.
Thank you.
They're called hollow stars for a reason. They're meant to be the stars that light up your night sky.
Anyways, thanks now stream I'm All of Me, covered by Crimzon Ruze. Thank you. Also, this isn't the fan mascot. This is what we are. The Ruzaders are these little things. We are fucking bug-sized.
Little creatures.
We're a little bigger than bug size. We're about the size of like a Sonic Chow, I think.
A little small.
Chow-sized.
Yeah, I guess. A bit smaller.
Small enough to put in, like,
Also,
a
they
face.
canonically eat jewels. Crunch. And I actually really do want to make a Ruzader soda design. I already have picked
It's
up
kind of ironic that they eat jewels with all of the like
the colors.
different ones being named after jewels.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all named after jewels, aren't they?
Not all of them, but most of them, yeah. But yeah, that was my presentation.
Oh, thank you for showing it. It was quite a lot of fun to hear about it, even if you did try to give me, like, psychic damage in the beginning.
But, yeah.
That was a really good presentation.
Yes, it was very good and very well put together. Thank you for being willing to be so vulnerable, too. I know it's not easy to do.